Hey guys, welcome back. We are working on part 2 of decorating and filling up this folio that I'm working on, steampunk folio that I'm working on. So the first part 1, we did a lot of this, just adding the gears, and I didn't realize how much time it was going to take. So we spent 40 minutes doing that. Anyway, so for this episode, or this part, we're going to work on maybe some more gears, but first we're going to fill up these pockets with some ephemera. Okay, so number 1, I got a bag of these. They're attendance records, or kind of a time electronic for electronic time recorders. So if I use one of these, and to go right there. So I'm actually going to leave it as is. I am going to ink it and then throw it in there as a piece, because you can write on them both sides, and that'll take care of one pocket real quick. This is probably the only piece that I will not alter, because I just like the way it looks, the way it is, and it fits perfectly right here. So there we go. There's one piece. All right, so the next pocket I want to fill is this small one here, and we're going to use Rolodex cards. Rolodex cards look like these. I got this with an old Rolodex, actually, at thrift store. It was full of Rolodex cards, which is good. What we're going to make are these here. We're just going to stamp some Rolodex cards, and you can write on the back, and they fit in there. So we're going to work on these real quick. I went ahead and grabbed some stamps and brought them over to this table. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but I grabbed quite a few. So let's start with those. I'm going to do like a repetitive pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some speckles on it, just cause. There we go. So this is archival ink in Kofi. Love this. And it's this little splatter stamp that I'm using. It's a Tim Holtz one. All right, so there's some splatter on there. Let's see. I've got eccentric and I've got field notes over here. I've also got, what else did I grab? I thought I grabbed some other ones. Did I not? Are they hiding in this pile? Ah, here we go. I grabbed some other ones. This is etc. here. I grabbed this one for something else. I grabbed this one. This is Time Travelers. It's got the gears on it. I thought we might use those, maybe. I don't know. And then I grabbed, this is Tidbits from this past year. So I got those, and I've got eccentric and field notes, of course. Those are staples. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like a repetitive pattern across them, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's start with one. And what do I want to use? I want to use, I love the big number 5 from eccentric. So definitely going to use that. That, and we're going to go with Versifying. We're going to do this in black. And we'll put it right up in the top corner there. That's so pretty. I love that stamp so much. Okay. We'll clean that in a little bit. Then, how about, let's use Perfection stamp, and then just do on here. I think I'm going to do that a couple of times. Ah, I fell off. Stick on there. Stay on there. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. And what do I want to fill in for the other part? How about something from Tidbits? What do you think? Maybe the finger? These bags that I got from Hero Arts. I got them at Joann's. They fit the Tim Holtz ones. I wouldn't say perfectly. I do have to like trim off the sides, which is fine, because then I actually end up like gluing it, like this one. I glue the labels at the back. Anyway, tidbits. What do I think about tidbits? Well, let me tell you what I think about tidbits. Is that I don't like the fact that, see how the edges or the corners get black? So I've been having to cut those. You'll see like a lot of these, I've cut the corners off because they're just, I just don't like that. It always leaves those black corners get inked, always. So I've had to do this, basically what you're seeing right now is cut them off so that they don't get inked. See? I don't know why it does that. It just does, and I hate it. So let's, that there. So if I'm very careful, put one right here too. There. I like that. All right, let's put this back. And I'll clean that later. Okay, all right, so that was to ink it. Let's get the edges distressed here with some scorched timber. And that'll be a card. And just distress the whole thing here. There, what do you think? Looks good, right? All right, let's do one more. And then we'll have 3 in that pocket. And I think we'll use diversifying again. Let's see. What do you think about using that 15-cent stamp? Kind of dig on it. Or what about this? Oh, that shipment lot would look kind of cool too. You know what? Let's do that, and I'm gonna do the 15 cent over it, over the top of it. Actually, why not? Why not? Let's see. What is this? This is. Ooh, I like that. Let's put that on there somewhere, like right there. I have to do it like this. Okay. We'll do it black. Let me put it right down here at the bottom, actually. Let's see if I can get this on straight. It's pretty straight. All right, and then we said maybe the shipment collect one. I'm gonna have to get my bigger, I didn't get my bigger block, did I? No, I did not. 1 second, you guys, grab my bigger block. All right, my stamp ability's big block. Is it big enough? Definitely big enough. We'll do it right up. Now that I got that there, kind of repeats them. So we won't do the whole bit, but we'll do like from here up. So I won't do this bottom part. Okay. See how close I can get to the bottom here. There we go. Came out pretty good. Okay. And then, what do y'all think about that 15-cent stamp right there? Yeah, I like that. I haven't used this one yet, so make sure it's inked real good. I'll put that right here. Cool. I like it. And then what about that little spot right there? How about maybe something from Tidbits? Do we have anything from Tidbits we could use? Let's see. Let me put these back where they belong. And just to put these away, I will clean them later. Maybe. Alright, something from Tidbits. What do we got here? What do we think? How about, I like this one. This would work, or that little, this one would work, or that 50-cent one. Maybe the, let's go with this one. I haven't used this one yet. It looks like it needs some cutting. Just like all the other ones. I'm cutting that corner off, that edge off. See, look at that, man. That just irritates me. Let's be very careful. I'm very light-handed when I put this down. Here we go. I'll put that down here at the bottom too. Nice. I like it. Okay. Let's ink this one up and then we'll be done with those. Hopefully I am in frame here. I hope. Am I? Yeah. It's crooked, but it's in frame. Let me see if I can straighten up this camera a little bit so you're not crooked. That's better. Okay. We're just gonna distress the whole card. There we go. I like that one. Excuse me, guys. So there we go. Okay, so let me put Tidbits away, and then we'll take a look at all 3 cards that we stamped. And then we're going to use as journal cards. Put this back in here. There we go. Does it need more speckling? I think it might need a little more speckling. Don't you think? I think so. Let's Here we go. That's good enough, I think. Right, so this one, these stamps, I don't want them to. So yeah, with that one, with this, ooh, my draw just came out bad. I'm so sorry. This. With this card, now see how that corner, this came from Tidbits. See how that happened on every single one? I cut that now, so it doesn't do it anymore. But, I mean, it looks okay, I guess. But I was really unhappy with how most of the stamps in Tidbits do that. But, anywho, so we're going to put these in here. Like so. And there we go for that pocket. Okay, that's 2 pockets down. The next one I want to do is I want to put a card. This is obviously a multiplication card that I got from the store. already had a hole poked into it, so I just cut the corners. We're gonna make it a tag. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew or put some paper on the back. We're gonna back it, and then we're gonna sew it, and then we'll add some twine, and that'll be our tag. And that one will go right in here. Okay, so let's get some backing. I think I'm gonna use this gray cardstock that I got. I got a whole bag of it at the thrift store. It's a light gray, so I was like, why not? You can totally write on it, right? So all we need to do is trace it and then cut it. So I'm gonna put it right here, so I don't have to trace the whole thing. And then we're gonna go sew it, and then we'll have our tag. Ugh, good job, Tiana. I can always cut it off with just a little extra. Okay. Easy peasy, right? These are my new Tim Holtz micro serrated scissors, which I'm getting used to now. Okay. It's pretty close. Then we'll just round the corners, and that should be it. So use a 10 millimeter to make it match, I think. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Yep, that matches up pretty good. Then we'll need to cut a hole, so I'll use my hole punch, which is not going to be that big. That's a problem. That'll be alright though. And I don't have any grommets that size, or eyelets that big. So just have to go with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to glue it down, and then just down the middle, because I don't want glue getting into my sewing machine, but just enough to it so it stays put, right? So I'm just going to go down the middle, like so. Hopefully it sticks to this really glossy card. Alright, I think it's sticking pretty well. Alright, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to go sew this, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So, I did my little string. I used a straight stitch on it. I wasn't concerned about it being straight. I actually kind of wanted it to be messy. So we sewed it to the back, and now we can write on the back of the card. So let's put some jute twine on it. I'm going to use... If you wonder what this is, this actually was a plastic jar that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I used my glue gun to melt it, holes in it to pull out the twine, so it works out really good. So FYI, if you're wondering what that is and how I made it, that's how I made it. Works out pretty good, I think. And we'll just attach twine, easy peasy. Now we got another card, so I'm going to just distress a little bit on the edges here. And now we've got another girl in space. That'll go right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so next one. So I've got an old Milton Bradley bingo set that I found, again, at the thrift store, and came with the cards. So we're going to use this to go in here, like so. But I want to stamp on it a little bit, I think, like some coffee rings, kind of like around, and make it a bingo going down the middle. I think would be kind of cool. And so, yeah. So I do have this stamp set that I got from Temu forever ago. But I think we can use that ring right there. Maybe that's too big. It'll be alright. I think it'll look cool. Let's find out, shall we? I think I do have one with smaller rings. Maybe I'll grab that one real quick, just to see the difference. Now, look at that. The first page I opened up, I found it. Let's see. I think this might be a better idea, you guys, for the card. So I got the smaller rings. I think that'll be better. So let's switch from this sheet, from that sheet to this one. Then we got even different, like, different looking ones we can use. So let's go for, yeah, I think that's much better. And we'll use VersaFine also for this, I think, since it'll match the ink that's already there. Or should we do red? Like, ooh, I wonder, should we do red? Thinking. We could do blue, and let's do blue, because the blue will match the colors inside of the folio. So I'm going to grab VersaClear Twilight. Yeah. This one. Twilight's my favorite blue. Love it. And we'll do blue. We'll do, should we do just random ones, or like actually I'll do a bingo? Let's see. Let's do a bingo. Let's start with the middle one. Yeah. There's a little Muslim thing here. Okay. Here's one. How about we do this one? And we'll just go down. We'll do diagonal. Bingo. What do you think? Yeah? And then maybe some extra random ones around the sides. Around the card. Let's do this one. It's going to come off the card a little bit, but that's okay. I hope this dries. Yeah, well, it'll just have to soak in. Okay, that one went here. Well, it's going to go there. How about this one with some splatter on the inside? This is fun. I like this. And how about this one with a little bite out of it? Did we do that one already? Yeah, we did it right. Is that one right there? No, it's different. Okay. We'll do that one right here. Lucky 13. And then how about some just random ones around the board? I think that's plenty, don't you? I think so too. I'll let that one dry. I can tell it's still wet. Okay, let's put those to the side. And I've already dressed the edges, so it's good to go. Let's put that to the side to dry, and that will be that one. So I think I'll put both of these in this sheet so they're together. Okay, so while that one's drying, we're gonna make this one. So for this big spot here, I made, well, I already had one of these in my idea book that I got from watching one of Gail Axtonelli, I think that's how you say her last name, from one of her ephemera videos where she's just making ephemera. So all this is a piece of paper that I got forever ago from Temu, and I backed it with some coffee dye paper, sewed it, and then I put a nautical stamp on it, and now it's a journaling card. Not nicer than just printing out a digital, I think. It shows a little bit more character, a little more work done to it, right? So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm gonna go grab that because I forgot to grab it the first time, like a smart person. So hold on tight, y'all. I'm gonna grab this random piece of paper. And then some scrap coffee paper. I know I have. I don't even know what language it is, y'all, but I like it, so I grabbed it from a set, like I said, I got it from Temu. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this down, and then, because it's got these rough edges, I'm going to follow the rough edges, then I'm going to sew it, and maybe throw a nautical stamp on it, too, and then we'll be done with this one. I'm going to use Mark glitter glue, because my glue stick is out, and like I said, I am without fundage right now, so I can't purchase any more at the moment. So if you want blatant self-promotion here, my Kofi site is up, and the link is in the description. If you guys would like to donate, would be cool. You don't have to, though. You know what you can do that really would help me is just hitting the like buttons or subscribing to the channel. That helps me just as much, if not more, than donating money. I'll eventually get paid, and eventually I'll be able to buy some glue. So for now, we're fine with using just our glitter glue, so it's no big deal. Anyway, so let's just cut around. I'm gonna, loosely follow the jagged edges here. Oh, that was a bad cut there. So I keep it smooth at least. And then, you don't have to do it exactly like the edges, just loosely is fine. It's kind of all the same shape. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just like that. That easy. Now I'm going to sew this. And I'm going to pause, sew it, and I'll come back. Okay? Okay, we're back, you guys. And I think I am going to use that same nautical stamp. So they're kind of, they look like they're part of the stationery, maybe. I don't know. They're a matching set. So, because we're going to use both of those. And I'm just going to stamp at the bottom. Right side up, Tiana. Will be good. Like so. Love that stamp. It's so nice and clean. And there we go. We have 2 more cards. It's just simple coffee dyed paper on the back. It's just coffee paper. This is actually 24 pound weight, as usually is what I buy. I buy it from Amazon in reams of 3 in a box. I'll put that link, if I haven't already, in the description for those as well. So these cards will go in here, like so. And they fit right in there. I'm going to leave the string on it. And then let's check our bingo card to see if it's dried yet. Not quite, so I'm going to dab it. Okay. That looks dry. That's not quite dry. Okay. Looks like we're dry now. Okay, is it smearing at all? A little bit. Okay, let's let it sit just a little while longer before we try to put it in there. That's disappointing. Thought it would dry quicker than that. Okay, so now we made ephemera for here, for this pocket, for this one, and we put a time card in this long pocket. So what are we going to do for this one? For this one, we're going to make a large journal card that's tabbed. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to show you. So I'm using this big, thick cardstock 85-pound cardstock, I believe, from Hobby Lobby. Pretty thick, right? And I'm going to, first I need to measure. Did I not bring my tape measure over here? Probably not. I didn't. So we're gonna make it fit inside here, so I can do that with pencil. If I knew where my pencil was. Didn't I just have it earlier? Because I was, there we go. It moved. So, we're gonna wanna cut this, and I'll have to go to my big cut machine over there. I wanna cut it about like that. So it fits inside really well. I don't want it to be too tight in there. And then I want it to hang out a little bit because we're going to have a tab on it. And we'll cut it right about there. So let me go cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So just cut out a shape that hopefully fits inside this pocket. Let me make sure I'm in frame here, and I am. Okay, let's bring this over a little bit. Let's make sure that fits. Beautiful. Okay. So what are we going to do with this? Well, I'm going to cut a tab at the top, and then we are going to back it, or we're going to cover it with some, actually let's do that first. I brought this page over, and then I also have this. I think I might use this one. I don't know, what do you think? I can use it for something else. Let's do this. So I'm going to back this, or cover it with that, and then you can write it on the back. But I'm going to go ahead and cover it before I put the tab on it. Make it a lot easier. Just use my scissors. Hopefully I can cut a straight line. I've got my little cutter. I can use my little cutter over here on this side. Yeah, let's use my little cutter just to be sure I get straight lines on the rest of it. I never understood why some people had two cutters. I totally get it now. Grabbing this little bitty tiny cutter when I need it real quick is so much easier than having to go and grab my big cutter. It's really easy when you want to make real quick cuts like this, right? Supposedly quick. Okay. Save those scraps. Alright, so this hopefully fits. If it doesn't, we'll just cut out the extra. No big deal. Alright, let's put the glue on. I'm going to use art glitter glue again. Slap this on top, line up the edges as best we can, and cut off any extra. Yeah, we're going to cut off some extra here. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. You guys will live. Alright, let me cut out this excess here. And we're probably going to sew this one too. Might as well, right? Why am I having trouble cutting this paper off? I don't want to sew this, I think. Okay, I think we got it all. Alright, so the tab. What am I talking about? We're going to make a tab right here. Okay, how am I going to do that? I'm going to use an envelope cutter or a punch board. Some of you may have just this little punch board that makes the notches for the envelopes. If you don't, you can just do this by hand. Simply just going over here and cutting like this, and literally cutting it at a diagonal, and you're done. Okay? So you cut this way, like this, and then just turn your scissors and cut up, straight up, and then around the corner, and that makes the same thing. I have this, so I'm going to use it. So to use this, I'm going to put the corner in the halfway of the notch, and that'll make this side. And then I'm going to do a 2-inch, 2.5 inch. So this edge, I'm going to bring to this 2.5 inch mark here, and that'll do the other side. The tap, see? And then all we have to do now is cut off this edge, like so. And now I'm going to round the edges, the corners rather. Round the edges. I'm going to round the edges. I'm going to round the corners. Lolo. Sorry. Hawaiian pigeon word for crazy. Lolo. You'll hear me say it if you haven't heard me say it already. Lolo. Jeez. Alright, let's use 7mm here. All the way around. And that leaves a simple, easy, quick tabbed journal card, right? Do we want to sew it? I don't know if we even need to. I kind of want to put some embellishments on it, maybe eyelets, maybe charm hanging from the side, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to put some eyelets on it. Or at least one. If I knew where my eyelets were. I have my little dude, my little crocodile. And I don't know where my eyelets are. I thought I put them on my... I did put them on my tray. So I just bought this little... Since I've got multiple, like a large... I've got like 3 desks kind of all put together as my crafting area. So the idea was to have different stations so I could work on multiple projects at once without having to like pick up and move something off the area, off my table and put something else down. And so in order to do that, I bought like this little 3-tier tray or a cart from Temu. So I put all my main supplies on it, and I just kind of carted around the table to whichever station I needed at. Not a bad idea, y'all, right? And it works. It's fabulous. So let's go ahead and ink here. I think we're going to skip sewing it because I put all that glue on here, and I really don't want that in my sewing machine. So we'll skip the sewing. I don't think it needs it, to be quite honest with you. If we do some grommets and some embellishment on it, I think it'll be just fine the way it is. The pattern's great. Here we go. All right, let's put. Maybe we'll put a label up there too. What do you think? You know what? I have a ticket label that I stamped. How about that? Yeah, I like it. We're doing it. I knew I was going to use that for something. I found it on the floor, and I was like, oh, this is a cute stamp. I forgot I even did these. So this is, so the label itself is from Temu, and then the ticket that is from Eccentric? Yeah. The Eccentric Tim Holtz set, I believe it is. And then I just distressed the inside a little bit with some scorched timber. That looked good right there. And then we'll put a grommet, maybe something dangling off top, a dangle. Why not? Let's do it. Do it. Totally doing it. I'm making a mess with my art glitter. Ugh, glitter on my fingers. Not glitter, but art glitter. I got glue on my fingers, y'all. Put that right there. I think that's good. Okay. Cool. I'm going to put the dangle on this side, I think. Yeah. Maybe another eyelet up there, too. So let's put a hole here, and we'll come up with a dangle or something for that. And then let's put another one over here just for giggles. See if I can even them up. Yeah. Ah, stay in there. I'll put one over here. go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, put that away. Put this to the side. That's looking good so far. So as far as the dangle, guess where my bulb clips are? On the other side of the room. Of course they are. What are we going to use for the dangle part? How about we do a, let's do a key. Yeah, why don't we do a key? I know I've got some over here. Drawer, get back in there. There's a bag of keys over here, actually. Let's put a key on there. Let's see what have I got in here. They all have hearts on them? I hope not. Oh, that'll work. I like that key. And then, let's see. Oh, that's a cool key I got sitting over here in a little tray. It's a little catch-all. There's an actual key. Oh, that might look cool. I think it might be too big, but it looks kind of cool. Here's another little key. I think I like that one better. I don't even know what that key goes to, man. It's probably not a good idea to use it. Probably not a good idea. I got a little bulb pin right here we can use. So I'll have to go across to the room. I'll just disassemble this little charm. Do something else with it. And let's put a tag of some sort on there. I've got some labels here. Let's see if there's anything we can use in here. That might, ooh, there's one with a date. How about that? A date, key. Why not? Ooh, a camera. It's a little camera. I like that. Let's do that. Okay, let's, I'm gonna cut the corners off here. Cut those corners off here. This is February 11th, 1925. So that'll work. Let's ink up these edges really well. So these are hand stamped also. And we've got some splatter on them, so let's just distress it a little more. So that would go there. Where'd the key go? And then this one on top. Look at this, cute. It's a little tiny camera. I don't even remember where I got that stamp from. Or the stamp set. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. But it has this little camera. It's so clean and cute. Look how cute. I don't know if you guys can see how cute it is. Totally cute, right? Oh, minus the glue. Cute, isn't it? And I'll put that here. And then the key on top. Sure, why not? Where'd the ball pin go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's make some holes. I'll use the tiny hole punch on my crocodile. There's 1, 2, and that one is 0. Okay, so we're gonna go this big one first, then the camera, and the key. And then we'll put that in here, like so. Come on. Did I put it on backwards? Totally put it on backwards. Oh, you guys like screaming at me, you put it on backwards. So let's do this right. Duh. Let's go through the hole first. How about that? That'll be a good idea. Through the hole. Then the large label. Then the little tiny camera that I love. And the key. Close it up. And now we have our little dangle from there. There. What do you guys think? Isn't it cute? Oh, I love it. So there's our journal tag, our journal card. Let's put it in. Our tab journal card. And it should fit right in here. Even Steven. Easy flow. Look at that. Now that is cute. Come on, y'all. I mean, come on. That's cute. Okay, so that is 45 minutes. And in 45 minutes, we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Added that one for 5, 6, and this is 7. Hopefully it is dry. Is it dry yet? No, it's still not dry. That is irritating as all get out, y'all. I was really excited about this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here and let it dry inside here. Should I put it in there? I'm almost afraid to now because it's still not dry. Why won't it dry? It's just cardboard. Is it going to take like forever to dry? Possibly. Alright, let's dab it some more maybe. That'll help. Where it dries, it doesn't smear, so it just needs to dry. But I'm going to help it along by dabbing it. And then let it do its thing. There we go. I think it's dry now. Alright, so put that in here. So another piece here we did some stamping on. Just put that in there. Like so. I don't want to force it. But there we go. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets, 6 pieces of ephemera, 45 minutes, easy peasy. What do you guys think? Yeah? I think they look good. Alright, cool. So next video, part 3, we're going to hit this section right here with some gears and making some more ephemera. So we got to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again, 6 pieces of ephemera, and we got to stamp this or put a label on it. But there you go. So we'll work on that in part 3. Alright? Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'll have below, hopefully, in these videos, I'll have the description or the links to the paper, the digitals that I used. And links to the store, links to the Kofi site, and whatnot. If you like the video, if you liked hanging out, please hit the like button for me. Please, that helps me out more than anything else. And hit the subscribe button if you're new, and hit the bell so you get notified anytime I put up new content. And so far, this is my second video for the day. I think I'm going to go for 3 and 4. So I want to do some more decorating on this one. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.